All right, my gosh. Jeez Louise. Don't quit. Well, on the plus side, folks, the saving throws were not very good at all. What is it? Oh, we're live now, I guess, because I'm not supposed to have that open. But, all right, so, what, all right. Man, sure, this is fine. On the plus, no, like, but for real. Oh, yeah. No. What? Oh, yeah, because it's overlay. That, you have to go away all of it. Hey, you guys get both, like, the loop sound and the video sound when that's happening? And is it the worst thing on the planet? Just munching the bacon and eggs right now, thinking that Bernays fella was on to something. Yeah, you know what's weird is like everybody's like, oh, this guy puts the bacon and egg breakfast into our heads, and like I never hear what it was before that. Like we should go back to whatever it was before they sold us that nonsense. No, Anselman. What happened was. I was like 2 minutes late and pressed go live and then started, and nobody was here, nobody was saying anything, and I went on for a whole 20 minutes before realizing it. But that's like such an achievement because it's so hard to be there when nobody's there. Or at least, when you get nothing but silence. And so I got some good practice in there. I guess those of you who need to see what I'm going over today weren't here yet. And yeah, maybe it was Jay who needed to show up, Turn that off. The thing my biggest frustration with this whole StreamYard hootenanny right now is that I can't have the comments pop out. And so when I'm switching to do stuff like this, remember everybody. Oh yeah, there is no worries. We want what's best for you. And the popping these up, any of that, all of that stuff, turning off the background music even. All of that stuff means I can't be looking at the chat. So, but, and now I gotta, there it is. The overlays are way up there. Holy smokes. So, it's time for the saving throws, right, Rascal? Feel it. Make it happen. You can do it. So I have word that the hoodie going to Rascal's mom. Now we haven't sent the hoodies to Rascal's mama, Jackhole, and now look what you've done. The hoodie going to Goose's mama is on the way, and that's celebratory news. So if you want one for yourself or to buy one for Rascal's mama, the link is in the description below. Here we do saving souls versus mind control because advertisements, everything, they're swimming in it, as bacon munching Chad just attested to. Live here in the Griswold Grim Hive Mind Chat. But because there is all that mind control, you deserve a savings throw against it. You get to choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. If it's over 10, you take half damage. If you commented on the last live stream, you got a +3 to this roll. And choose! Survivalist, Nat 20 today. Wow, that's pretty rare for you folks. Socialist with a 9. Sophists with an 8. Heart, just the 3 of us. We can make it if we try, just the 3 of us. That's my guy. Wait, stop it, John. I wasn't there yet. I have to first go back into this tab over here and turn off the background music. Oh, it's Chade. Did you finish listening to they're munching that bacon now, or you gonna try to mukbang us again? I can't believe Paul did cut the mukbang out of the commentary, right?
Yeah, but it was in the clips channel, the Vander clip.
Yeah, that's where I was surprised I saw it. Magic says we need the music from Jeopardy for Shepherdy, if not anything else. And the thing of it is, if you do provide me with a 1-minute loopable song, I can put it on the stream.
Oh. I like this jam.
And this is the second part. There's 3 parts. First is the call, and then the response. This is the response part. And then here's the synthesis. Or unless we're already looping again and I'm telling you the wrong parts.
It's got that mimetic quality you look for in a song. We
worked on it together. Okay, you got the full screen, Chad. Can you see? Whoa, no, I thought I stopped it. Dance to the song for the people. I'm clicking too many tabs over here. Yes, thanks, Perennial. I turned it way up to hide to make sure Chad could hear it. Chad, yes. I got the one from Pet Cow the other day. I need one from you. You know what I mean? Yeah?
Yeah. I actually have one.
What do you mean you have one?
I made one.
Okay, I was trying to get you to do the voice part for this.
Oh! Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. And you, and you, and
you. I didn't, but because that's what I got from Petcow. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought you were talking about a song. Because I did make one, but yeah.
You've made a song recently?
Yeah, I made like some. I used the old Chris Baku sets of tools to make a song using Jacob Federici's "Don't Think for Yourself."
Oh, so there's like another cut now.
Yeah.
Federici has been meaning waved whatever twice now.
Yeah, and I used a Manowar song, which is awesome.
Is it out? This is released? I can click on it and show people?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's try that then. I should have got a notification.
Mm-hmm.
What has gone wrong?
I don't know. I think you gave it like a dice roll in the old Discord Aroni.
All right, give us another one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
No, ready?
Remember, everybody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. And you. And you. And you.
And me.
And you. Even you.
Well, let me just head on over to the Broken Clock Tower Town Square part of the Discord. You see, there's the tower and there's the tavern, but here is the town square where everybody is allowed to put their own work,
Wiggles,
creations.
Yes.
From your channel. You can promote yourself. See, as a general rule, the Discord is for promoting me. But there's this town square, this huge town square room where everybody else is allowed to promote themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've been using the Reaper room lately. Only I haven't been putting clips in there. I've been putting like sections of like shorter videos because I don't know what's most salient for people, but
there's the clip stream, which is just whatever. Like, hey, check this. Hey, check this. So if that's what you're doing, that's where that goes. But if you got if you're weaving something together and want to do it in front of everybody or let somebody else do the weaving, you just have the pieces in your head, but don't know how best to put them together, or but don't have the time and want some other Lobstamonkee to grab it for you, then like you start a thread in the loom room and just drop them in that thread, and then like I have to ask people if they're comfortable with me like running their stuff, but I think they are. And
I think that's implied, right? If you put it in the room,
right? They knew where they were putting it, and so I might run one if we get to it today, something like that.
That'd be
part of. I mean, now that people are actually bringing me the clips, it's like I have to work out how to work it into the show. What's the best way of presenting? What's like ideally, I'd have people like you, like say you had made one. We could go through it like that, and you could tell us why you thought it was worth showing everybody.
Sure.
We'd show and tell it that way.
Well, I think it would be cool to see. So everybody drops their little nuggets or their show and tell.
Thanks, Jed.
They do their show and tell thing, and then I think they're trusting that General Griswold Grimm will be able to translate what is being shown. And so then it'd be interesting if you were to translate whatever say that the theme of the show is for that particular day. And then, I don't know. That's what I guess. I mean,
like if somebody puts do your interpretation in their thread, then like you can give me notes. And if you go to the trouble to drop clips in the Discord threads, feel free to give me notes on how you'd like them presented.
Right.
And trust I may or may not do what you say, but
right.
It helps us maintain sphincter control.
Exactly. Well, the videos that I'm doing, usually it's the thread is somewhere in the title. And then, that's the title, and then the thumbnails are basically the something like the thread of what I'm noticing, and then the rest is kind of like mind control, up to you, whatever your mind is telling you about it. So
that should run for a week or a month or so, and then we'll be able to make adjustments if we need to. I did find your musical drop. It's turns out you called it like Cognition Secured.
Yes.
And that helped me. Like knowing that was helpful. Oh no. I talked Discord and now people know they can make noise at me. Anyway. Here's
General
Chad's song
Griswold
made.
Grimm ordered that I make this
I like
video.
it now.
You cannot think for yourself. You should not think for yourself. If you are thinking for yourself, you have decided that you want to field an army of one in a battle royale where there are people with large armies. That's not going to go well for you. Yes, I went there. So we ended up with people who thought, oh, why don't I use these tools to destroy the other people who are using these tools? And unfortunately, we ended up with a situation where lots and lots of people are using these tools in order to gain their way, and we may in fact end up with ashes because people are using fire in all kinds of ways they shouldn't. This is a nuclear bomb going off. You cannot think for yourself. You should not think for yourself. On the left there, you will see a drawing of a helicopter. You cannot think for yourself. Now, I hope it's clear to you that the helicopter on the left would never fly. You should not think for yourself. And on the right, you will see a much better drawing of a helicopter. You cannot think for yourself. It probably is not clear to you that the helicopter on the right would also never fly.
It probably is not clear to me. What an arrogant, pompous assumption for you to make, Jacob Fetcheretti. I will no longer listen to your diatribes of silliness. You don't respect me as a listener. Hello to Nathaniel J. Franco. Okay, so, oh no. You know, chairs, they have these little levers for the hydraulics, because we're awesome human beings that make hydraulics. And there are downsides when you have long, spindly legs.
Remember, embody. You have levers on your chairs.
Who thinks first? Let's go. Oh, I don't know. The Janus Face. That's what I knew. That was like your overture that spoke to my subconscious. That there was something there. That then we had the Legion resonance already.
Yeah. Well,
I have a question.
Yep.
Have I mentioned to you, or have you heard me mention today, anything about a Lobstamonkee Goose hoodie being on its way to Lobstamonkee Goose's mom?
Oh. Wow.
Lobstamonkee Goose. This beautiful hoodie that I am adding right now as an overlay features our Lobstamonkee logo of the Lobstamonkee manifold and Lobstamonkee Goose jumping inward to stab you to claw you. And one of these is now on the way to the artist whom was commissioned for his creation. And the links to her stuff are also in the description. And I point these things out to you. And I point these things out to you because A, she takes commissions, and B, she has a Jordan B. Peterson piece, right? That is so awesome that you must see it. You just must. And the thing is, I can't right now buy it on one of those neck gaiter. That's what they're called, gaiters. Things that you like when they make you wear a mask, you already have the thing around your neck, so you just whoop, and it should be on one. So I don't know. Please click on the link, go to her website, and tell her, why can't I wear this around my neck? But that's just my personal opinion, you know. Lobstamonkee, Goose.
I was considering getting a Lobstamonkee Goose hoodie.
We will be doing other merchandises and probably updating the cup. I think it could still be the Fancy Pants original logo shirts are out of production to increase the value for everyone who got one of the originals. I think you can still get the original logo cup, but these will all be updated as things roll forward. Right now, only the Super Shadow Cabal tier merch is available as an homage and whatever to the, like, you know, they get early access because they have money. I mean, they're in the Shadow Cabal. Oh wait, I have to hide us to show it because it's background. Sorry.
So I want to smoke. Is it okay if I smoke on your live stream?
Why don't you cam down and do it?
What's that?
Why don't you cam down and do it?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. When I find it necessary to absolutely have to smoke, then I'll do it. But I noticed some of the comments on some videos, people are rather, they think it's distasteful, and I'm thinking, well, okay, sure. Yeah. But they also think the mask is distasteful. I've been called such things as demons. So.
Well, you know, I mean, people are going to think what you're going to think.
That's true.
There's a lot of neurodivergence in the world.
Yeah.
For me, there's remember, embody.
Remember, embody.
Remember, embody.
There
is
no agency.
We want what's best for you. And to the extent that you want to try and be a Christian, you should probably hold on to it in your head that you're the image bearer of God. And like you, so there's this thing. Okay, there was this one time Pastor Paul had this lady on, right? And her husband had dickered off. And like she had decided, I'm still gonna wait for him. And so like she was the embodiment of commitment to a marriage, and thereby a walking conviction to a lot of hearts. And so to that extent, I think it's probably better not to smoke on a stream. And that's why I run clips and take care of my indiscretions elsewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
It's the anonymous and the mask. That's you. That's fine. I mean, that's part of your character persona that you're willing to share with anybody, and they're privileged that they should get any of you. And if they're not comfortable with what it takes for you to give that to them, then there's only 7,999,000,000, you know,
and growing, I guess.
I don't mind virtual passive smoking.
That's very Anselman.
I don't either. I used it's kind of context dependent. When I was over in Lemonland, I would have probably shot heroin on stream because I'm in the divey Chinese gaming streaming site. But this is YouTube, don't you know? We're very friendly to our advertisers over here. And not all advertisers are friendly to that sort of behavior, Chad.
Mm-hmm. I used to wear this shirt that had like a stick figure, and it had a guy, like the stick figure was like, had his hands up, like rejoicing, and it said, "I pooped today" on it. And I would wear that to meetings. And one time, an old timer, a long timer came out to me. He's like, why do you wear that? I don't like that you wear that shirt here. And I said, well, it's not for you. It's for the newcomer. And he's like, I don't understand what you're saying. I'm like, well, you wear a tie and a suit, which is great. But I wear "I poop today" shirt because it might be more attractive to somebody who wouldn't talk to you. I don't know. So, yeah.
It's like I wear this shirt to make the people crawling in from the sewer feel more comfortable.
That's right.
No, I mean, oh, that's not how you spell Janus. Anselman. Anselman gave me one hell of a video. Like, there's this thing. Okay, so there's this thing called Christian apologetics. And despite what you would think, they're not apologizing for being Christian or apologizing for what the church has done over the centuries or apologizing for Jesus. They're paying homage to the Greek word apologia, and it means reason or something. And I only bring that up to say to you that the video this Anselman provided me with was what I would call Christian unapologetics. At least the first set that I haven't seen coming wearing Orthodox robes. So, and it was, he's my kind of guy because he'll I don't know. People get wrapped up in these LARPs, and they're real because people get wrapped up in these LARPs. But like the basis somebody invests in it can be misleading. They could have been misled. They have a wrong perspective on what's going on in the circumstance, and actually be supporting something they're not. They wouldn't if they knew what was really up. And then there's this one piece of information that kind of diffuses it all, like the FDA, for example. I found out that they were trying to get aspartame, the stuff they put in diet sodas, approved like 17 times, and the FDA was like, nope, that's poison, nope. And then Donald Rumsfeld got appointed, and suddenly it's in your Diet Coke. So it's like now the FDA's credibility has been destroyed for me. And it's like those little things can diffuse. And this unapologetic Christian fella, he throws those things in for people, which I think is fabulous.
Well, I was reading the Bible this morning before I went to church, just because like sometimes I'm like, I gotta do something. So I started reading this book called Jeremiah, and it's talking about Egypt to be conquered. I don't know if you ever read that book, but like it's kind of wicked, man.
Is it kind of wicked, or do you mean wicked is cool?
It's like war and wicked war, but it's one of those things, when what's his face? Rogan talks about the kids there's a story in the Bible where the kids make fun of the bald guy and then they
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about? Like the unapologetics? It's like
that guy. Yes, it's a similar spirit.
Right.
A colleague told me to imagine bosses in their pajamas.
Speaking of pajamas, I don't know, it must have been 10 years ago, 15 years ago, but I had this vision that it would be very lucrative for somebody who makes like full body pajamas, you know, like the onesies with the zipper, but for adults. But what they should have is like it goes over the face, and then you can put like Chuck Norris on there, or like, you know, Bruce Lee, and so you can always be like you could totally like LARP as your favorite, you know, hero. You can maybe do
No.
and damn, you might be able
No.
to do Jordan Peterson, whatever. I mean, whatever you like.
Okay. For me to approve any LARP, it has to be unfalsifiable.
Mm.
And you being Chuck Norris, not being Chuck, is completely falsifiable. That's you're either playing pretend or lying. For me, LARPing is like it has to get so bad that you can't even tell if you are or not anymore.
Okay.
That's like, for example, LARPgate the last season, right? Okay. It turns out here. I'm gonna do this. There we go. You can smoke in there.
Okay.
On the last season of LARPgate, Truth Stream Media, this big truth or documentary company, who had once upon a time released a video about the fact that the United States attempted to build a bigger CERN under Texas, the center of which was Waxahachie. And now, given the parallel universe multiple dimensional theories, like in some of those universes, it was completed. So on Talk Like a Pirate Day, I went down to Waxahachie and performed the movement, at least from the OA, in order to alter multiple space-time realities by actually doing something in physical reality, which is what creates the splits in the multiverse, I think.
Mm.
Right.
Did you, speaking of the OA, I'm going to go a little off. Did you clearly watched the show. Did you find it, what did you think of it?
I thought if I hadn't already had a spirituality, I would probably adopt that one.
When you watch films or listen to music, are you affected on a deeply emotional?
Oh, the score is cut straight through, dude. Like scored scenes.
Yeah. What kind of reaction did you have in the scene where they dance? I think it's the end of season 1 where they do the dance with the shooter. Do you remember that?
When they heal the old lady?
So they're at the school and there's a shooter or something.
Oh, no, you're talking about the season finale cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did I feel the first time?
Yeah.
Let's see. They had already like quantum entangled my bullshit with the scene where a dude stabs her with a pencil.
Mm.
And she like manages it. I don't know, probably like Steve.
Steve?
Yeah.
Well, when
the guy who chased it, the ambulance.
When I first saw it, because like I thought it was a really good show, and then I thought it was interesting how they're using this dance thing, and then I wasn't expecting how I was going to be hit by seeing that scene when they go into the dance. It was very powerful. It was like you know, one of those moments if you're ever struck with awe and you can't really help being pushed over the edge just enough to where you kind of weep a little or something like that. That's
awe.
Well, to me, there's some awe in that because I can't really manage.
I was just feeling around words for it, right? For that feels, if awe is the right one.
It's something like awe for me. It is, I would say, when I'm captured by a moment that really arrests my emotions and does what it wants with them. There's awe in that for me. You know, even like I mean, I've had that my whole life, and I really have a lot of hope for continually encountering those kinds of things, like watching Forrest Gump, and you know, his mother passes away, and he's talking to his mother, or at the end of the movie La Bamba, when Richie's brother's standing on the bridge and he yells Richie, and that's like a powerful moment. There's something like awe that runs through me. There are obviously different levels of awe, and maybe it's not the right word, but that's the word I'm using.
It's not the wrong word, but it feels like it's awe the same way that I'm thinking of the Grand Canyon, but like the awe is what's missing. It's weird. But it's like that kind of depth in my emotional being, right? It's like if it's the core of the earth, like it's going past the mantle where most stuff just like, you know, oh, you got me there, might have got like past the crust, but like that stuff is like toward the core, right?
Yeah. I'm always struck by those
Thank
things.
you, Lobscoes.
Yeah. One time, did I ever tell you about the time I was like, here's maybe a better example of awe. I was working at a school that was connected to a church. I was doing some tile. I'd done a bunch of tile at this place for months before it. And then I had this particular, I went back there to go do some more work. And they said that you can't go in this way, you got to go in that way. I said, okay. So I go in. I wasn't even thinking about the power of the moment that was about to hit me, but I'm walking through the cathedral, and it's like 5 a.m, maybe. And the sun starts poking through the window. The big stained glass Catholic church. I'd never been in there, never had this type of experience before, but basically, as soon as I walked into that cathedral, I was struck by I was like, oh my God, like it was like walking into a painting or something, and like being a part of it. That was like awe for me, and it wasn't something that I was aiming for. Like I was just on my way to go set some tile in the other part of the building, and I had to walk through this cathedral, and I was like, dude, what? It was powerful, man.
Well, can you remember what you were thinking about 10 minutes before that?
Yeah,
just tiling.
I got to
focus on the job, the task.
Yep.
It's like,
it was Sunday morning, you know. It's like,
because if you had asked yourself a profound life question the night before, and then that happened, that'd have been so much better of a story, bro. I mean, not to poo-poo on your dawn's early light. I saw the Lord on the cross in the cathedral, and it broke my heart. That's a beautiful story.
I think it is akin to something like that, because it's something, again, it was so powerful. I did have a physical reaction to it. It was I had something similar. There's another Catholic church in Milwaukee called some basilisk or whatever. So I went in there, and the thing is, it's like,
what? I'm sorry, I looked at the chat for a second, and then my attention came back to your voice, and you said you were looking at the basilisk.
I can't remember the name of it. It's like I don't know.
A basilica?
Basilica, that's it.
Okay. Did it turn you to stone? when you saw it? Like,
Yeah,
were you,
to a degree.
it froze you. Did it freeze you in your tracks when you when it came into view?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, whoa, like you can't really predict that sort of thing, and it's hard to even describe unless you're describing to somebody who's already experienced something like that. It's like trying to describe to somebody what a banana tastes like who has never tasted a banana. It's like, whoa, like when I walked into, well, the first time it happened was at a church called St. Stanislaus in Milwaukee. And I was like I said, I was just on my way to.
Whoa. I can't get into your third awe without catching up to chat. There's a certain awe you feel when watching a romantic movie, when everything comes together and it's like all the strings have been pulled at once, says Lost Coast.
Mm. Well, yeah, there's that.
Anselman, that is awesome. An otherwise misused word by Americans for more mundane stuff. By Americans. Well. Even though you're right, look at him riling up the anti-American sentiment in my chat, this Ansel man. Upcycle Club. Hello, everyone. Regarding striking awe, I think it is associated with a powerful time freeze. There's an instrumental cover of Tool's song Schism by the Vitamins. Yes. I'd play it, but this is YouTube. But yeah, I think that was part of the moment in the cliffhanger or in the season climax of the OA, right?
Yeah.
It's like the way time freezes when shit gets real. And like that, those kind of that, and like it's usually violence, right? That when violence is near or breaking out or whatever is what people associate with the phrase "got real."
Mm-hmm.
And like I looked at that in my head a little while, and it's when things like the impact of events are become heavy enough to alter a life story.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're sitting in the cafeteria at school and somebody drops a tray or somebody starts bullying somebody, then like that's going to affect your life story maybe this week, maybe this month. But if you're sitting in the cafeteria and what breaks out is what broke out in the OA, you are forever the person that was at the school when that happened. Like it's so real because it that much alters the story of your life. I think I'm poking around in there.
Yeah, well, at least in ways that you might be able to recognize. But there are, I think, a lot of seemingly mundane events that can happen that might not seem like that important, but do shape us. As
There's ish that's real, and you don't know how real it is until you suddenly do realize how real it is.
Yeah. So it's funny that guy's comment or whatever that person's comment.
Upcycle Club's comment.
Yeah. I've had this thought before, thinking about what is it like when I'm, because this for me is very common. I can watch film or different arts or things like this and just be like, just fall into can't really help the fact I'm weeping, right? It's just the way I am. I've always kind of had that kind of thing, but I've had the thought around that, like, what is that? And I thought it's almost as if my spirit or my soul is taking like a timestamp record of this moment, and so that maybe when I leave,
and the water coming out of your eyes is the flash bulb going off.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And then when I leave this place, I'll be able to have those moments that I can remember. Not the actual, maybe not exactly like the scene in the movie, but what I was feeling in that moment, which are powerful things. and they're really relatable because often it's like, why was I like 11 years old weeping watching Forrest Gump? I mean, I not lived any of that kind of life. My mother hadn't passed. I had never had a girlfriend that died. You know,
That's usually what cracks me open the hardest. If what I'm seeing on the screen is something I've never had, but it's like, and I'm getting the mirror neuron fix off of it or whatever, but like I've never personally experienced it.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way watching porn hurts until you realize porn is a weapon designed to destroy this country. Yes. Oh, there's a fancy big word for it. Gravitas. I mean, I like mimetic gravity better, but gravitas is probably what it means.
I don't know. I think it's something.
Oh, yes. Upcycle Club got it with the fancy definition in there. And gravitas is associated with memory. Therefore, gravity codifies mundane events into our grid of memory. Actually, yes, I do need to. I'm very curious. Not curious. I need to. I would like to know more about memory and mnemonics and Fahrenheit 451. And then like I just came across another tweet today that echoed 451. So it's like the fact that it was in our discussion and it hit again, and now memories again. It's like, this is how I steer. This is me chasing the snitch, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of capturing attention, you read this one.
Gore and sex are the two most awe-inspiring moments. Cthulhu monsters are a combination of both images.
Lobstamonkee, Goose. I don't know. What connection did you just make there, Graham? What are you talking about, sir? Bruno. The only mimetic association I have for Bruno is the fact that Bruce Willis released an album under that name not long after one of the best movies of all time. What's the one where he was the cat burglar?
What?
What was the Bruce Willis movie where he was the cat burglar?
The cat burglar.
And there was that old Italian guy, and they played a song like "Fly Me to the Moon" because like whatever crime they were doing, it was going to take exactly that song length.
Oh, is it kind of comedy?
Sure, if you want to call it a comedy. It was. I guess it had the same kind of vibe as Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Steve Martin and what's his face.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna lose the Utes if I keep talking about all these old movies, man. And this young Levite is all up in my chat. The meaning of awe is to realize that life takes place under wide horizons. Horizons that range beyond the span of an individual life or even the span of a nation, generation, or era. Awe enables us to perceive in the world intimations of the divine, to sense in the small things the beginning of an infinite significance, to sense the ultimate in the common and the simple. That was beautiful, Levite. Thank you. No. All right. You want to do that one?
To feel in the rush of the passing, the stillness of the eternal.
Nope. I don't have to highlight your source. It was on you. You brought it to us. You get credit. You're responsible for what you bring into the hive mind, young Levite.
Okay, so 451. You read it then. You read it early? Did you read it as a kid?
I don't think I've ever read it.
Really? Whoa.
No. Like part of the early woke part was casting people of not white skin in hero roles, and I saw the movie.
Oh, the more recent one?
Yeah, but like the plot, like you give me the gist of the plot. That's all I was really there for, unless I needed the emotional roller coaster.
I don't think that because I only watched like one episode of that, and I was like, this isn't like.
Oh, I didn't. It was a movie, not a stream or
Oh.
a series, whatever one it was.
Either way, yeah. No, so
It's about them burning the books, y'all, and using your damn memory that you're destroying in 15-second intervals right now.
But here's a really weird part, right? So in that film, or in the book, I'm sorry, there's the wife of the firefighter. She's like, she's like this stay-at-home person, but she talks about visiting with her friends. And in the book, Bradbury is talking about in this time, they're not actually going to be visiting. They're not actually people they know. But what it's going to be is big screens on the television, or I'm sorry, on the walls. And they're going to be people that they don't know. And they're also advertising to sell you things. And they're basically, when I look back on it, he's talking about big screen televisions and something like Zoom, but where they're selling you something. And then like she gets really
whoa, that is genius, bro. Like, we'll befriend people while sporting your products. Here are the other that have already I need some me time. Do you want to try and hold it, or do you want me to run a thing?
Run something.
All right, I have over on the toe where with Blue Beam Kurt. Vervaeke went and talked to Hoffman. And he made a little announcement on it that I want everybody that's associated with my channel to know. He's making an announcement about. So share this tab instead, and then oh yeah, I had to search it. Give me a second. Remember, Embody, if I'd have hit that thing, you'd be seeing the smoke and the words. But now, here's this.
Those ever the same? Some people would say that anytime we think of morality, it comes from a sense of ego, and that as soon as you dissolve the ego, you dissolve morality. There is no good, there is no bad. So when you say that it's not an egocentric manner, but a moral manner,
I am very hesitant to say that morality is egocentric in to core. Are there theories of morality that are? Yes, but I think there are theories that are ontocentric rather than egocentric. But can we do that later? Because I first want to finish this point, which is right. I'm wrestling with this, and the way I'm wrestling with it is, first of all, I'm hoping that the work I'm doing, especially with a lot of other people, to integrate these kinds of theoretical discoveries with ideas about the deep connections between predictive processing, relevance realization, meaning in life, wisdom, overcoming self-deception, all the sapiential stuff we've been talking about. I'm hoping that because I've been arguing for the connection, that those two things will stay wedded together. I don't know if I'm right about that. I like sometimes I get like right. I don't know if I'm right about it. But right now I can't go back. And also I think there was so much value. I mean, we published the paper and we gave what we thought was the first explanation of the autism psychosis continuum rather than just description. Think of the the psychotherapeutic and pedagogical benefits that could have, right? So like you, but I do hesitate about this, about whether or not my attempts to keep the science and the spirituality wedded together. There's no teleology for that to me. Me and this whole community, what Sevilla Kings calls this little corner of the internet, we're trying to do that. We could fail. And I think that scares me.
Okay, so Don, just to repeat, the question was about the limitations of one's own theories. And then also, I saw your eyes light up on the mention of morality and ego, so you can comment on that as an aside afterward.
Sure. So I'll talk about my theory in just a second, but I'll just mention a classic case, which is Einstein's general relativity together with quantum field theory.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, the young Levite with Hudson Hawk. The movie I was talking about. Thank you so much. You win +3 on next stream savings throws.
Right. Those theories assume space-time is fundamental in their fundamental concepts, right? Quantum fields are defined over space-time. Einstein's theory of gravity is the theory in which space-time is fundamental, and its curves are what we experience as gravity. So space is the fundamental concept that's going on there. So you might say, how?
I did the part already then. Yes, he said the part while I was gone. Check this out, ladies. And here's the really important part, Chad. Did he say how scared he was yet? Oh no, that was where he mentioned the corner.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this part.
We're trying to do that. We could fail. And I think that scares me.
Okay, so Don, just to repeat, the question was about...
Okay, maybe that wasn't the part. There's a... Oh God, get him. Okay, so there's this part in there somewhere that I thought I just played, where he says like autism. Wait, I gotta go wide for this one. Autism, psychosis,
Right.
and now there's this other part in there where he says he's scared of the implication of his work for the field of AI. And the thing about that is, bro, I hate to add to oh my God, what damage could the work I have done do? Concerns. But you're okay. First of all, let me preface this with saying that the way our society works, the closest thing, there's a 2-word phrase that for most of the population makes them think what follows. Like when I say those 2 words, everything I say after that, they pretty much start. They think this is possibly the word of God. Do you have a guess?
Holy Bible?
No.
Jesus Christ?
No.
I don't know.
Studies show
Oh.
that 9 out of 10 people think everything that follows the word studies show has been scientifically researched and peer-reviewed. And this paper that was actually scientifically researched and released and is theoretically being peer-reviewed tells the word of God to all the autists, or this said, all the autistic people, that everybody else is just more psycho than them. So it's the autistic people end up increasingly psychotic people. Hey, you, quit being violent in my chat. No, we'll have none of that. So these are interesting times, yes?
I've had recently several people say that I'm autistic in like comments. And I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, I might be. I've just never been checked out. Like, studies have not shown that I'm autistic. So I don't know what that means.
Did you roll a savings throw? Did you have to roll a savings throw?
Did you roll a savings throw? Because I missed it.
You missed them. That's not good. You're in pretty deep then. We might have to roll a second set. The thing is, do you remember anything about hypnosis?
I do?
Oh, it didn't work then. Do you remember anything about hypnosis?
I like pizza.
All right. We're psychotic or neurotic. Mosh pit. That actually causes me severe head injury because of the size of my brain. I found that out way too late. What? Oh, I'm hearing double. Chat double. Chink. Oh, okay. I was saying things once. Do you remember what they were?
About something Vervaeke talked about the autistic versus the psychotic and study.
Well, he doesn't say verses. He would never say verses. Grimgriz is the kind of irreverent bastard who says things like verses, stoking the flames of division and hate within our society. He's clearly some sort of terrorist or a comedian. Could be that. It could be a parody life.
Could be a wonderful life.
That's a movie. Oh, yeah, I was asking if you did the savings throws against suggestibility. Because those people were suggesting to you that you might be autistic. It's like a permission slip. It's like, hey, Chad, do you want to think you're autistic for the rest of your life? Here's a chance. Yeah. Here's your chance.
So when I was young, I don't know, maybe 11, 12, I had a couple of surgeries for my cleft lip and stuff, like in my teens. Most of them were done when I was really young, like 3-4 years old, maybe younger. But one of the doctor's assistants that came in, she said, you know, if you want to, you could, what did she call it? You could sign up to see if you will qualify for being handicapped, if you'd like. You could do that. And I was like thinking, that's absurd. Like, why would I do that?
Would you like a government check for the rest of your life?
Yeah, for my cleft lip? What are you saying? You know, so that bothered me. And that's all.
It's like, I don't know. I'm completely against the whole notion of microaggressions and like strangers saying things to you that you should be able to sue them over. I mean, you know, when it gets to public and reputation and whatever, but like it's the people who are close to you or the people around you in a vulnerable state, which is essentially the entire basis of Dianetics success. It's just like that sentence can ride you the rest of your life. Like, I never loved you. I just kept you around for the sex. I mean, that one's with me until I die now. Well, or at least until the Alzheimer's kicks in. Anybody got an aluminum can?
Here, take it.
Thanks. Oh, genius. I don't know. I think if your IQ is far enough deviant, then like the alienation you experience will give you what looks like behavioral dysfunction. Or like the method you use to cope with the processing speed inequality of you and your peers. Your coping strategies might end up looking like a behavioral disorder somehow.
Yeah. Well, ain't that the truth? Yeah. Well, I was never a good student. I always felt like I should have been like one of those kids in the special ed class, but they told so I tested for it and they said you tested too high. So like,
Nice try, pal.
yeah, no, I mean, I genuinely felt like I've always felt like I've always been kind of on some sort of fence or border of, so maybe I'm just super average, probably, which is.
Do I need more moderators out there?
Do
we not have enough wrenches? If you're lurking as a wrench, please show yourself. Did you ride the merry-go-rounds, Chad?
The merry-go-rounds? Have I done them? Yeah.
Well, you're not autistic then, because Upcycle Club offers you the suggestion that anybody who could cope with the merry-go-round as a child is probably not autistic. That's not medical, legal, or financial advice. It's just some guy on the internet typed the thing into a chat room. The amount of trust you have to have in me and them to take that seriously is phenomenal, and we love you for it. I can't do that. People fall for that.
Well, I'll tell you what. This show has been fun, and I'm glad you had it today.
You have better things to do?
Probably. It'd probably be wise for me to go spend some time with my wife for now.
Good. Yeah. I'm going to go over the Lobstamonkee lockdown watch list, which is like a lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about. And even the people who I explain it to have no idea what I'm talking about. But I think that I've created a list of things that people who watch things still, the set programs from the past mainly, that will help people understand Lobstamonkee, Goose. And so I'm going to go through that. But thanks so much for coming. And just thank you, bro.
I'd love to see your list. There's a lot on there. Wait, before you go, did you?
Oh, wait. Can you hold for another minute and a half?
Yeah.
All right. It's you. Go.
So the list that he's talking about, what would I have on that list? Holy cats. Lots of stuff.
Like,
well, you mentioned in your Discord, you mentioned the network. That was really good.
Don't spoil my fucking list, Chad.
There's obviously Forrest Gump is one. I think because there's a lot of heart in there.
No, it's good. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
What was the first movie you remember breaking your mind?
The first movie I remember breaking my mind was La Bamba.
Really?
Yep.
What was the earth-shattering revelation La Bamba provided for you?
That my brother is important.
What?
Yeah, it's at the very end of that film. Richie Valens dies, and his brother's left there weeping on the bridge that they would play on as kids, and that was powerful for me.
I think I understand that.
Plus, there was music in there, so is this great? And it was about family and music and somebody wrestling with fears. And there was also he was having dreams about this airplane, and then he dies in an airplane crash. And so that was weird for me as a very young kid. And Pink Floyd's The Wall should probably be on there, the film, the movie.
Well, I don't know if you have a Substack login or whatever, but if you do, you please add your recommendations to the comments below. I gotta ask you.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
There was no sound.
Oh, what?
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
Oh, they haven't. You were just nodding that whole time I was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
No sound.
Still no sound?
Yeah, it says there's a little microphone icon that says tap for sound.
Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?
Mike is muted while playing.
I don't know. Did you guys hear that? You know the scene. It's where he says, "Do you have anything you want to say in conclusion?"
Oh,
I stole it from you.
No, I'm good. I appreciate you. It was fun. And thanks everybody for watching. And remember, everybody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Toodles.
Doodles, Chad. The thing playing is gonna catch up with that. I went to all that trouble because like it was from him. I stole it. I guess the people in the studio have to tap to hear the sound, and but you guys did, so that's good. Yeah, I like that bit. That bit. Oh yes, now we're going into the. Oh, I have to play that. All right, hold on. There's a thing. It's worth it. It's worth it. I promise it's worth it. Here we go. I'm almost there. Hey, stop it. All right. Here's good enough because this is a show and people are watching. You have their attention. Quit digging around with it. Go.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Fine.
All right, that's a full 20 seconds. That's a full 20 seconds before. I mean, it was supposed to start here.
Magic missile.
A rumor he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am though. If you'd listen.
No, wait. It was 30 seconds earlier.
I want to cast magic.
Here, right here.
Cheetos!
They're right next to you.
I cast a spell.
Where's the Mountain Dew?
In the fridge. Duh.
I want to cast a spell.
Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Yes, you can have a Mountain Dew. Just go get it.
I can cast any of these, right? On the list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What?
Officially, I was already calling myself this before this was released. I promise. I have evidence. There's backing up documents.
Soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
But this is exactly what playing D&D in the 80s was like, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you. Right, Jacob? Right, Jacob Sonnenberg? Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Remember, everybody, you can't hide people's chat when you click on the thing unless you click back to that tab. And we want what's best for you. And now I present, without any further ado, the Substack piece, the Lobstamonkee Lockdown Watch List. The next time you're stuck in your place with nothing to do and accept your Netflix subscription, me and Rascal endorse these following watching things, and I'm just hey, dust to dust with either who intentionally uses the square emoji or uses an emoji that StreamYard does not like. I understand there to be more people curious about the Lobstamonkee thing than understand the Lobstamonkee thing. And as it seems to take me long fits between productive starts, that curiosity remains unsated. For those of you who still watch antique programming, there are several titles that can give you insight into this whole Lobstamonkee thing. I thought I would assemble a list of them for those looking for recommendations. Recommendation number 1, Deadwood. when I had my attention, when my attention snitched. This particular tweet. Like I was on Substack writing this. I got distracted. I clicked this tweet, and this tweet was here to remind me that I was supposed to be making this list because Deadwood is number 1 on the list. I had been about to launch the Deadwood Intensive, examining the archetypal relationships via watch party and analysis, when the laptop died, and that will be restored to front burner at some point. However, this show is so good, you're going to want to watch it twice. You might as well get started. Number 2. Network. You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale. And happy anniversary to this movie today. It came out in whatever year it did on this day. Look, it's a link you can click once you go to the Substack. Next up, Newsroom. Even if you never knew the name of this series, you might have seen this clip. It's a series HBO.
Yosemite?
Here.
Sure used to be. We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people.
Oh.
We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we...
Oh, I bet you the rest of that is really good. Hopefully somebody goes... Oh, number 4 on the list is the series Succession, which explains for everybody I know you've seen the JFK Echo thing from my channel, where how we're gonna do what Sinclair does to the local medias, but we're gonna use JFK's speech. Anyway, the Sinclair part with all the local media saying the same thing. This series is basically the story of the people of Sinclair, probably. I don't know how close to actually it is, but it's about the sorts of people who buy entire local all of the local networks and what it's like to be them. And it's got lots of built-in native advertising commercials for stuff really rich people can afford. So that's always fun. Yes, on one hand, it's mainly the story of why all the local news stations say the same thing, set to commercials for really, really expensive stuff. But it's also good enough for that the show is good enough to have spawned this Twitter account, No Context Succession, with bits from it. Happy Thanksgiving, not for the Indians. Number 5 on our list is White Christmas. Black Mirror, one of the 3. It's like 3-part thing with John Hamm, and each part they're all brilliant and warn you about the future you and your family are on your way deep into. Number 6, Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. If you're gonna watch a How It Happened documentary about the downfall of your society, might as well be funny. Demolition Man. They aren't used to physical contact greetings. I'm pretty sure Sandra Bullock is the harbinger of our particular apocalypse. Just look at the movies she's made. And after having watched the rest of it, you'll be ready for the way 12 Monkeys integrates all of those concepts into a coherent whole when aligned with the Griswold Gaius Grimm YouTube live stream LARPing thing. Yes. Oh, what a good list. I should have this part here where I failed to put a call to action to say, please tell us what your list looks like in the comments. The Wednesday. Have you heard about the Wednesday thing, Magic? That sounds so terrible. So terrible. Well, thanks again to Chad for keeping me company for so long at this Sunday service stream. Good luck to you, Dust to Dust, on your Vengeance Oath Paladin for Church D&D. Wow, I'm curious. I half want to know and half don't. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you're suggestible. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful week.